On this day a year ago, I assumed the presidency of the Western Mindanao State University with a certainty that has not wavered one bit. And this I can say with a grateful heart because God is good to have guided me all the way and provided me with people and events that paved the way for greater opportunities for the university. Indeed, in His own gracious time, everything fell into place as I did His bidding as a public servant. It was not a simple task, as I realized that in learning to be a good leader at times, one has to relearn or even unlearn leadership strategies to ensure what's best for the constituents. There is no one-size-fits-all to a contingency governance that calls on being flexible in managing an evolving academic institution. And so, with humility, I hold on to my faith and face the challenges head-on together with the right people who gave their trust in me, worked hard to bring the laurels to the university, to build and elevate its name in the national, regional, and international educational arena. With pride, allow me to walk you through my humble journey as a university president and report to you the following accomplishments we have made from September 2020 to September 2021. Acknowledging and recognizing the need to put up a state-owned College of Medicine in this part of the region, this administration has successfully regained control of the lot located at the Normal Road, corner San Jose, which is being used by the DepEd Regional Office as its office since 1980 and now a satellite office in Zamboanga City. A dialogue between the WIMSU DepEd Region 9 officials was conducted last January 28, which was mediated by the Sangguniang Panglusod of Zamboanga City. With this, the administration was able to successfully convince Dr. Isabelita Bores, the DepEd Regional Director for Region 9, with regard to the turnover of the said property. In this site will rise the building worth 100 million for the College of Medicine that will cater to the region's marginalized but deserving and aspiring medical students. To seal this agreement, a follow-up meeting was held last February 5, 2021 at the Office of the President. In attendance were the DepEd officials with their engineer and legal counsel and the WIMSU officials together with our university architect and legal officer. Being true to its mandate to give quality education to this part of the region, WIMSU, with the initiative of the Data Protection Officer, met with the Smart Wi-Fi representatives last January 6. And as a result of the WIMSU BR approved contract of partnership between WIMSU and Smart, through the concerted efforts of the VPAA, Learning Management System, and the WIMSU Student Organization, last January 29, the university became a recipient of the 100 units of Smart Broadband Pocket Wi-Fi with 7 days preload. These units were now turned over to selected faculty and student leaders both in the main and ESU campuses. In addition to this, last February 19, 2021, WIMSU was also the recipient of 100 free SIM cards with free Wi-Fi load as well as free campus internet, in which one of the recipient campuses is in Pagadian, ESU, whose Wi-Fi connectivity is now currently being installed. As support to WIMSU space programs, Dr. Abdul Halik M. Kasim, Assistant Secretary for the Ministry of Health of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, met with yours truly for possible partnership in peace and medical-related aspects. With the shift in the teaching and learning delivery, the University Learning Management System, headed by Engineer Elsa A. Saavedra, the Director for Curriculum, and the technical team headed by Mr. Leiran Christian A. Ochotorena, and in coordination with the PLDT Microsoft Service Provider, conducted the Microsoft for Education training last February 3 and 4. This is in preparation for the transition in the online learning from Google Classroom to Microsoft 365. The team also conducted enhancement training per college last February 22 to 23 for the smooth delivery of the new platform. In support of the university's research trust and with the new leadership of the Office of the Vice President of Research and Extension and External Linkages under Dr. Teresita Narvaez, WIMSU has made remarkable research engagements. WIMSU entered into a Memorandum of Agreement with the Department of Agriculture Region 9 for the research project production of moringa seedlings in Western Mindanao. Leading the project is Ms. Jocelyn Cuadra, a faculty of the College of Agriculture. Another MOA was made with the Department of Agriculture and PASUC for the research project establishing baseline agricultural performance and rural development indicators with Dr. Elmer Gallo as its project leader. WIMSU has received 5 million pesos for the implementation of the Poultry Multiplier Breeder Farm, a project, and another 5 million pesos for the implementation of the Massive Seedling Distribution project from the Department of Agriculture under Republic Act 11494, or the otherwise known as Bayanihan Recovery as One Act, especially in the agriculture stimulus package sector. With the challenges brought by its pandemic came opportunities, and business incubation became a key component of the development strategies. With the many mature technologies, our institution has generated, and as part of the networking activity of the university and its continued support with its partner agencies, WIMSU entered into a MOA with the Department of Trade and Industry, Department of Science and Technology, the Department of Agriculture for the Technology Business Incubator Research Projects held at La Vista del Mar, Zamboanga City. This partnership will help address some pressing concerns in our economy. This administration will continue to support all research innovations and partnerships. With this, a visit, the ocular inspection was made to PhilRice facility in WIMSU San Ramon campus last February 19. PhilRice, or the Philippine Rice Research Institute, is an active research partner of WIMSU to the College of Agriculture. For a time, our partnership with PhilRice has dwindled. However, with sincerity, this administration has pledged continued support to all undertakings that will be born out of this partnership. This act ascertained and resolved that they will continue to be our partner in its many research and innovative programs and projects. The PhilRice facility in WIMSU San Ramon campus is the only rice research center in the southwestern Mindanao. This pandemic may have affected all of us, but not our calling as leaders and our desire to serve. In support of our partner agencies, WIMSU entered into a MOA with the Department of Labor and Employment for their Project HOPE, or Helping Others Prosper Economically, a holistic intervention and initiative for displaced workers and their dependents of the fishing and canning industry held at the Zamboanga Ecozone Freeport. This act shows our importance as stakeholders in the involvement and empowerment in our quest for a sustainable economic progress. The La Paz Experimental Forest, of which WIMSU has been awarded to oversee by virtue of PD 407, is currently being developed to showcase as a climate change resilient reserve forest. The university looks forward to initiate more projects at the La Paz to strengthen instructional laboratory and practicum undertakings, and initially this administration is looking into the following: to revise and update the Area Development and Management Plan, or the ADMP, for La Paz Experimental Forest, to update the census of residents and dwellers in the area, initiate security measures to protect the area, to explore possible partnerships with strawberry farm operators, to review the MOA the university entered with the Zamboanga Economic Zone and Freeport Authority involving the La Paz Experimental Forest. As a response to the call for aid, cooperation, and social responsibility, the Western Mindanao State University became the partner and the venue of the Tapang at Malasakit program and distribution of goods for the fire victims of Baliwasan, a program of President Rodrigo Roa Duterte and Senator Bongo through the SWD Assistant Secretary Jade Hamolon, which was also supported and attended by our local and national dignitaries as well as private individuals last March 25. This event was the response of the national and local government to the recent fire incident in Baliwasan that left 300 families homeless. WIMSU opened its doors to this event as we fulfill our social obligation to the community and continue to bridge communities and connect people. The Western Mindanao State University, and with the initiative of Dr. Teresita Narvaez, Dr. Karenchita Soblingo, and the Office of the Research, Development, and External Linkages, entered into a memorandum of agreement with the 33 barangays as recipients of the different skills trainings, research, innovations, and transfer of mature technologies that WIMSU has generated over the years. The implementation of the Barangay-Based Extension Services Program, fortified last March 30, was aimed at capacitating the barangays of Zamboanga City in improving their quality of life and creating complementary services to the industry, the academe, and the community in the vision of sustainable development. This initiative is true to WIMSU's vision to be of service to the community, Universidad para la Comunidad. This administration is supporting and will continue to support activities that will foster peace initiatives in the region, as well as the implementation of peace and reconciliation programs of the government. Last February 24, the WIMSU Peace and Human Security Institute, or the PHSI, conducted a multi-stakeholders meeting to renew and forge partnership with its stakeholders. The PHSI also presented its next direction, where the end view is for WIMSU to really craft a peace and human security curriculum to be part of the courses across all colleges and to have really a baccalaureate or graduate program that will major in peace and development. This administration holds in high esteem our partnership with our different stakeholders and alumni. As a demonstration of our acknowledgement and gratitude, WIMSU has recognized the achievement of one of our distinguished outstanding alumni, Colonel Antonio Jan de Vinagracia, who have walked an extra mile and have translated peace with his own honest and selfless service to the community. Fortifying connections and support. I am elated to report that all engagements and negotiations with the LGU mayors were successful. Mayor Cyril Reo Eglepa of Molave will donate a lot for the WIMSU Molave campus. Mayor Bowen Gabahug of Aurora also promised to donate a lot for WIMSU Aurora campus. Mayor Sammy Co of Pagadian City will also donate 1.5 hectares of land for WIMSU Pagadian campus, where the WIMSU Pagadian campus will be located. Moreover, Mayor Co pushed for the 100 million budget for WIMSU Pagadian campus infrastructure, which will be included in the annual investment plan of the Regional Development Council. This budget, which is included in the approved budget proposal for fiscal year 2022, was unanimously endorsed by the Regional Development Council meeting. Last February 15, the Office of the President, represented by Dr. Ricardo Soblingo, former ESU Dean, Dr. Byron Gosilk, the OIC Dean of the ESU, and the University Architect, Architect Jeffrey Roy Wee, did an ocular visit to the future WIMSU Pagadian campus. Likewise, a visit to the Molave Mayor's office was made to present the building plan and perspective for the WIMSU Molave campus. this administration has successfully presented the WIMSU budget for fiscal year 2022 at the Regional Development Council Executive. As proof and testimony of WIMSU's strong and supportive alumni network, a 1-hectare parcel of land situated at the East Coast was donated in good faith and full trust to the present administration by a generous benefactor and alumna, Madam Raquel Toribio Sali, and her spouse, Sir Sadiq Sali. This benefaction was made through the efforts of our former alumni regent, retired General Ramon Ochotorena, and Regent Inocente Locson. This land will be the site of the future extension campus for the two colleges of the College of Criminology and the College of Asian Islamic Studies. A future housing project for the WIMSU employees will also be part of the plan. WIMSU was also a recipient of the info materials, go bags, and emergency kits from the Zamboanga City Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council. These materials were distributed to the different offices in the main and ESU campuses. With the full support of Senator Pia Cayetano, Senator Sani Angara, Senator Joel Villanueva, and other senators, this administration was granted an approval of additional 44.4 million pesos to WIMSU's budget in the General Appropriation Act of 2021. The said amount will be used for the first phase of the additional 5-story building and the maintenance and other operating expenses and personal services of the College of Medicine. The COVID-19 pandemic has drastically changed and affected the millions, if not billions, of citizens globally. More so, it has taken its toll on our medical frontliners, such that a shortage of frontliners was observed as we continue our fight against this unseen enemy. It also has created a critical need for citizen volunteers to protect public health and to augment overwhelmed public services. As a response to this need and as part of our corporate and social responsibility, this administration has organized a group of volunteer doctors and nurses to serve as vaccinators to augment to the city's dwindling number of medical frontliners as the city continues to experience a surge in COVID-19 related cases. This administration opened its doors for WIMSU to serve as the satellite venue for vaccination. Last May 26, an orientation was conducted by the Zamboanga City Health Office for the WIMSU volunteer vaccinators as a preparation for the scheduled vaccinations. Indeed, it is always with awe that I recognize all the successes the Western Mindanao State University has achieved would not have been possible without God's grace and the unconditional love and support of the university officials, faculty, non-teaching staff, students, friends, and most especially my family. Kudos to everyone whose contributions to the university continue unabated, especially in times of the present COVID-19 health crisis. Long live Western Mindanao State University!